I got a couple of quotes for you from the Tao Te Ching. First one translation I always like is Stephen Mitchell because he's the least obscure. The hard and the stiff will be broken. The soft and the supple will prevail. It's the last two lines of verse 76. Then I went to Ursula Le Guin because she's always interesting to see what her translations are. I don't want to read her translation. I'm going to jump ahead to 78, verse 78. Nothing in the world is as soft, as weak as water. Nothing else can wear away the hard, the strong, and remain unaltered. Soft overcomes hard. Weak overcomes strong. Everybody knows it. Nobody uses the knowledge. Okay, so that's kind of the theme of today's class. And it goes along with that soft and supple overcomes the stiff and the hard. Nothing in the world is as soft and weak as water. Nothing else can wear away the hard and the strong and remain unaltered. Soft overcomes hard, weak overcomes strong. So at least 70% of our body is water. So in Qigong practice, let's start with the wave breath. We're going to just close our eyes, feel our feet under our hips, holding us up. Feet right below our hips so that we've got our sturdy, steady roots, crown of the head floating up like a water droplet evaporating. And let's find that flowing, soft quality within us as we breathe. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So obviously we're working with the lungs and breathing, but the image of the power and the softness of water is going to move this practice even deeper. So it's the coldest morning of the winter so far. And I always think of how a frozen stream, unless it's frozen solid, underneath the stream, underneath the ice, there's flowing water. So in our bodies, the ice is tension, or the ice is distraction, or maybe it's thinking to ourselves, oh, this part hurts, this part hurts, this part always hurts. All of those are examples of kind of stuck or stagnant energy. So we just want it to melt and soften. Keep the water flowing clear and strong. Keep our chi. This is the chi of the kidneys and the bladder. Kidneys specifically, right? The kidney element, or rather, the kidneys are the water element. And they house the energy of strong, healthy bones, healthy joints, healthy endocrine system, good hearing, all associated with the kidneys and the water element. So hopefully you thawed out a little with that one. Now let's do our spinal cord breathing. Inhale, look up. Just to move that flowing sensation into all the joints of the spine, right? Inhale. So you're staying in your vertical axis, but you're just rounding the spine back behind you a little bit. And then just allowing the tailbone to go back as you open the chest and look up a little. Modifying everything, especially like if you have a stiff, painful neck, then you don't have to look up if that doesn't feel good. Exhale, thawing out any stiffness in the spine. all the way into the deepest cerebral spinal fluid, encasing the cord. Yeah, Qigong is internal antifreeze. Go your own comfortable speed, the slower the better. You can all vary the speed as you start to warm up. You might want to go a little slower. You might feel like your body's asking to go faster. This is part of the modifying that we do throughout the class. And relax. Oh, okay, let's just do a little shaking. Now, I've taught you, and we've done a lot of the healing sound for the emotional body associated with the kidneys, the emotional energy, which the healing sound, which transforms fear into inner peace, is CHWOOO, right? But I want to go over the healing sound for the actual physical kidneys, which is a funny one. You make it, it's a vocalized sound. So you use your vocal cords and it's tree, like CHREE, any pitch that your voice feels comfortable doing. Okay, so let's just shake a little. Inhale and tree. And see if you can feel the vibration all the way into your lower back. Tree. Little gentle vibration, and use your mind to direct it into the kidneys. And if you get like spaced a little too lightheaded, you could pause and just breathe normally. One more time. Feels good. Now pause, bring your hands to your kidneys if you could reach, one or both. And let's remember the other way that we can visualize and feel the kidney energy. It's the light, the color blue, sun shining through sapphires, sun shining on bright, clear water. So you close your eyes and you use your hands like heating pads or flashlights, shining old warm blue, deep blue, maybe even not black light, but the color is very deep blue to black. That's the color associated with the kidney energy, the energy of water. Breathe, the soft overcomes the hard. Contacting that warmth, that vitality. This is the door of life. The battery holds all that energy. And exhale. So color, the color blue is a tonifying or a strengthening. The sound, churry, is a purge. All right, shake it out. Little inner alchemy work there. Now, let's move into a flow. We don't usually do this so early in the class, but you can. It's the spinal flow, spinal wave rather. And it'll start really small. So the hips glide back and you draw like a circle with your chin, tucking the chin in and up. You can exhale, knees bend, inhale. It's almost a coaxing of the energy from the soles of the feet up through the meridians, all the way up, going as slowly as feels good. You kind of glide the tailbone under to initiate the rolling up, but don't overdo that gliding under. Inhale. And tune in, think of all the joints in the spine from the very base, the sacrum, and then you got those big, thick lumbar vertebrae, and then the more flexible thoracic, and then those little flattening out neck vertebrae, the cervical vertebrae. Bringing healing, energizing flow. Good, excellent, 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 excellent. Little, nice. Good. Complete the last one. That looks excellent. How's that feel on your necks? Does that feel good? Yes. Okay, Lynn L, that's your task. If you choose to accept it, that's yours. Just keep it small and soft, and it's fabulous for your neck. All right, let's do the same thing with flowing like the river, and we'll start nice and small. Shifting the weight. So this movement begins under the left foot. Push against the floor. The ripple flows up and over. Push against the floor down there. Yeah, nice, Judy Siegel. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. Let the shoulders relax. Breathe. Now come center for a moment. Just let your ripples get smaller and smaller and just stand. I didn't say it out loud, but I just automatically moved my feet a little wider there, which you're always able and encouraged to do. Modify the width of your stance, whatever we're doing, right? But what I wanted to say was just stand here for a minute and wiggle our toes. Wiggle your toes. See if you could feel the ring finger toe. You know what I mean? The one next to the pinky. Just to see if you have that much awareness of your toes. That's a hard one. Most of us can feel our big toes pretty well, unless you have neuropathy. I hope you don't. Pinky toes are tricky. Whatever. But this is a great exercise. You could also do a little cat paw with your feet and curl your toes under. And you can curl your hands at the same time, like Carol and I are doing. That feels good on your hands, too. This is actually one of the exercises the hand therapist has me doing. Rolling through, just with my hands, not with my feet. Okay, now shake it out. Now bring your awareness to the kidney 1 point, which is right there, right? If you cup your foot, it's on the inside of the ball of the foot, a little bit under it, the deepest part of the cupping of the foot. That point of bubbling springs. And feel like you're connecting to a deep underground aquifer of warm flowing energy. Now we could pump that energy up by shifting the weight forward and back under the heels, forward and back. Nice and small, good. Shoulders are relaxed. Where's anybody who's interested in strengthening their ankles? This is what I recommend, that you do this very low at the beginning so that you aren't, so that you can work on the alignment of your ankles. You want the heels to press forward toward the big toes. Yeah, you could look down if you're not sure. Toward the big toes. And then as that gets easier and stronger, you can go up a little higher. Woo! Pumping the bubbling springs. Right. Now let's bring the feet together. Here's a real easy way to do it. Not easy, but it's a little easier because you could press your ankles together and that holds them in better alignment. And let's add a squeeze of the hands as the heels come up like this. Squeeze heels up. Exhale, drop. Drop. Woo, drop the heels. Woo, good. Crown of the head up, stimulating the bones. Keep your head in really good alignment for this. Nice, easy warm up. So great way to strengthen the feet. Do this 100 times. Good, Carol. Really gently drop those heels so you could, again, feel the vibration. It's not as subtle as when we were vocalizing it, but the vibration is going all the way up into that door of life. 4 more, 3, 2, woo, shake it out. Starting to thaw out a little. So let's step our feet wider now. Now we've got that sensitivity through the feet. Ooh. So that warm energy is rippling up and through us, washing away stiffness, tension, washing away fatigue, washing in healthy, balanced chemistry, right? Because the kidneys really control the chemistry of our body. We're giving our adrenal glands a treat. So this is a pretty young movement, a pretty big movement. And you can make it even bigger if you want. When the time is right, you can turn it into a real big movement, but you could also keep it modified and small until the flow starts to open in your body. And beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful Martha. Barbara, oh my God. Judy's third, gorgeous. Wow, has your upper body loosened and smoothed out? You've got that flow back. Gorgeous. And center. Let's bring our feet in. And let's just pause and close our eyes and just woo-hoo, feel that buzz, feel that warm flow. You know, I love teaching Qigong because I've been doing Qigong now for, I don't know, 20, 25 years. And I still feel like it's a big discovery every time I can get to that level of moving from a place of softness and not forcing. But that's what takes our injuries out. And that's what brings vitality, health, longevity in. Let's work on that a little. Let's work on our door of life. So we take the thumbs and we press, and then hips back. Just press the thumbs in, one on either side, and you're going to, as the hips bend, glide back, you can inhale and move the thumbs, and then press forward from that spot. Inhale, move the thumbs, press. Little self-massage, getting into some very good points on the bladder meridian. Extremely good for the lower back. Just warming up the back. Now, the next time, inhale, exhale. Next time your hips come forward, turn them into a circle. Circling around. And nothing specific really with your upper body. Focus instead on just feeling the movement and the activation of the flow through the hips, the sacrum, the knees, the feet. In reverse. About 6. Notice if there's a part of the circle you don't enjoy going around. That's important to notice, and then just kind of ease into it and make sure you don't skip anything because it's all important, every part. And center. Now let's do a couple more circles, a couple more silk reeling, starting with a little little chi massage. Right hand comes from the side, look over your left shoulder. Take a moment to massage into the side of your neck there with your fingers. Then get a good grip, keep the fingers there, and turn your head, wiping away stress from the occiput down to the cervical neck. Whew, you could shake it out if you want. Other side. Curl them in. Shake it out. Hopefully, those of you who've been doing this for a while, it's starting to give you a sense of space in your neck. There's space between those vertebrae. Just massage it now. Also a good way to thaw out any of the tissues that have tightened up in there. And often, I just want to check my notes because I wrote something I didn't want to forget. I don't know where I wrote it. Oh, well. Anyway, the gist of it was that we accumulate tension without knowing it. We don't notice it sometimes. It's just there. It's part of being human. That's why all of these gentle, deep self-healing practices are so essential. Okay. Here we go. Horse pose. Y'all practicing your horse pose every day? Yeah, no. Again, this can be modified. This counts as practicing horse pose. If you need to keep the legs closer together, it's fine. You're activating all the muscles. This whole exercise, though, is going to be much more invigorating and strengthening, so do modify. Face the same way. Let's put the left hand behind. Take your right hand, and if you can, you pull it across a little. Now the right hand is facing up. It's going to slice across to the left. Now turn on your heels to face and keep turning to face the front. You'll be facing the back of your room. And just reach those fingers towards the back wall and pause for a moment. Notice, are your ears above your shoulders? Good. Yeah. Good correction, Judy Siegel. Excellent. And now come slowly back. Yeah, just watch for a moment. That was great. When you come back, you use the left hand now and you just kind of snuggle that arm across the door of life. Then the left hand slices. Now here's what I wanted you to notice. Just look front for a minute. That was a good correction for a lot of you who are doing this, trying to reach. No, stay in your connection to the sky above, the earth below, and you just look a little. And you might find, yeah, both knees bent, Jim. And that's it. Good. All right, so let's just come back now to this is an exercise that's so good for wringing out tension and wringing in energy into the kidneys and the door of life. So we turn to the side, establish our Tai Chi axis between the heaven and the earth, and just reach the fingers. You might even feel a stretch in your hips. That's it, Carol. You're looking sort of in the direction your hand is. It's like you're offering somebody a plate of cookies. Maybe cups of tea is more appropriate. And center. Hold on to your right, not your right ankle, your right wrist. Pull it across your arm ankle. Pull your right wrist across left hand. So you pivot. Now the back heel is up and you're wringing out tension. Arm reaches across. Nice stretch for the back as well, upper back. And center. Inhale, let's do 2 more. Tailbone is relaxed, crown of the head up. Pivot, rotate, Bringing nice flexibility into the lumbar spine and the kidneys. Good, Claudia. At your own speed. Very nice. Inhale, center, exhale, twist and ring out. And center. And relax. Ooh, nice. Let's open the arms and draw down the heavens. Inhale, exhale, flowing it through. Turning out, inhale. Exhale. Again, visualize like a warm internal waterfall. Last time for this. Yeah. Okay. All right, one more yang exercise. We're stretching the polarities, the difference between big, vigorous movement and subtle internal yin movement. So let's do hip circles. Not hip circles, sorry, leg swings. And we've done a couple of different leg swings. Here's the one we're going to do today. We're going to do this almost from the hip. Not almost, it is from the hip. So that makes it a little different. You could have your arms either down, or I think it's easiest to keep them down, but you might want them on your two tigers. So what we're going to do is let the leg cross and then open and then stand on it. Okay, so it's not just the leg. I have taught it that way. That's more like the dance way. But this is the Qigong way, is you actually move from your hip. So the body turns a little and then opens. Yeah, so you're stretching the outside of the hip and the inside of the hip. Outside of the hip, inside of the hip. That's it. Good. Let me just watch this one. Outside, inside. You've got it, Jim Corning. And beautiful. The trick is to not fall off your standing leg when the leg goes to the side. Good, Lynn. Lynn Padway. Yeah, Claudia. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Woo, woo. Cross, open. Two more. Cross. Warming up the hips and strengthening the balance. And down. Good. Shake it out. Need to get a sip of water. And now, let's open the feet wide apart, bend the knees, rest your hands on your thighs, and we'll do a little spinal twist. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Look, breathe, stay right there. Now your hand that you're turned away from is gently encouraging that knee that it's pressing against to stay over the middle of the foot. Change the other side. Nice oiled up hip joints. Oh, relaxed, long neck. That's it. Stay there. I was just looking at you. Right. So your gaze is on the side, the wall that you're facing. That's what you're looking toward. Breathe. Now change. Go to the other side. One shoulder's, I'm going to watch. One shoulder's down toward the earth. The other is pulled up and back. Good. And change. Breathe. Feel the watery, quiet, internal flow. The immaterial enters the impenetrable, says the Tao Te Ching. Now hang center, knees are soft. This is verse 43. Just relax. Listen upside down to verse 43. What's softest in the world rushes and runs over what's hardest in the world. The immaterial enters the impenetrable. So I know the good in not doing. The profit in not doing. Not many people understand it. So we're not doing anything here. We're breathing and we're feeling that internal flow. You can now kind of sway a little side to side, encouraging and coaxing the flow. Just gentle. Then hands on your thighs. Slowly come up. One hand on top of the other. Take your time. Yeah. And we'll just raise the arm, tighten your butt muscles a little, and a little bit of a natural back bend, not much. Hips move forward and center, open the arms. All those are just suggestions that you can modify. You know, if you can't raise your arms up all the way, you might feel better doing that, keeping your hands on your lower back. But this is a really healthy thing for your back. If you do it mindfully, tighten the tush so you don't dump into the lumbar spine, and just get a little bit of that forward movement through the hips. And you can even keep your chin level, right? And center. Right? It's similar to what we were doing earlier, pressing on the acupressure points. Okay, so that's a nice dynamic yang warm up. Maybe do a little dog wags its tail after that. Just wag your tail. Happy dogs. You could go slow or fast. Lateral movement. And this is opening the chi flow through the gallbladder meridians on the side of the body. Okay. Now, let's return to the Shibashi, and I'm going to do, I think, 5 movements that will apply later to the flows. But this now, Shibashi, is much less, not less dynamic, it's a different dynamic than the squatting and arching and the stuff that really gets our heart and lungs working. So the first one we'll do is rowing the boat to the center of the lake. So feet are at a comfortable width. Arms, feel the weight of your arms in your shoulder sockets. And that will continue throughout this whole movement. Rotate the palms forward, externally rotating the arms a little bit. And then we inhale just a tiny bit of an upward focus as we circle the arms around, forward, and down. So we're feeling the arms comfortably settled into their nests, as some Tai Chi teachers refer to the shoulder joint there. You feel the arms on the back, moving from the back. And then when they rise up, feel that connection deep into the shoulder socket. Keep it small. If your shoulders need to be attended to, you could keep the arms very low. But appreciating the power of the circle, the energy behind us, above us, in front of us, and below. Good. Now shift, I'll mirror you into the left foot. Turn to face the right corner, adjust your feet, We'll do another circle. This is scooping the sea. So you lean forward just as much as feels good. Crossing the arms, come up, look at the sky. Scoop the sea, bringing in that yin energy. Look at the sky. Let's do 4 on each side. Scoop the sea, both knees slightly bent. Carrying like a warm wave of water up and showering it over you. Arms move from the side and down. You can change the cross. Open to the sky. And let's shift into that front foot. To change, step to the other corner, shift into that foot, and then adjust the back foot. So the simplicity of this particular movement is really beautiful. So simple. You feel the width of your arms, the length of your arms coming together, scooping, carrying the chi up and through you and opening, acknowledging all that space above you. So you'll stop with the arm side and go forward again. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, opening to the sky. Good, 2 more so I can watch. Inhale. Stable, rooted, balancing yin and yang. Calming and invigorating the chi. Last time, hands come down. Now, love this next one, pushing the waves. We'll stay on that side just for efficiency. Pushing the waves. So, when we did the leg swings from the hips, this also moves from here, from the lower dantian. That's it, Claudia. You shift the weight forward, effortlessly your arms float about just above the waist level, and then inhale, crusting up and over, and you lift the front toes. Let's pause here for just a second, this position right here. So my back knee's a little bent. My front toes are up, because remember why? I just learned why this is so important. This activates the stomach meridian, including stomach 36, the 3-mile point. On the side of your leg, just kind of between the outside of the shin and under the lumpy part of the knee bones there's a little hollow. If you push in, it'll be tender probably. Stomach 36, great for your immune system, immune strength. Endocrine balance, digestive health, vitality. That covers just about everything, right? So when we're back, the toes lift and you activate it through muscular contraction. But then you flow. The wave flows toward the sea. Inhale back. Shifting. Beautiful. Not pushing the wave. It is called pushing the wave, but you are the wave. So you don't want to push yourself. You just want to allow those hips to move forward and float back. Right, one more time. Push. Float back. Now here's a nice transition. I like this transition. Just come forward like the wave rolling onto the sea, onto the beach. Now keep your arms soft, like they're floating over the water, and just shift, shift, and now we'll push, remember, from the center, not from your chest, from your hips. You push forward and inhale back. Yeah, so keep yourself a little bit more serene, a little bit more in the Tai Chi axis, and the arms don't reach. They float like water. Inhale, lifting the front toes. Exhale. That's better. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And now we come back to face the center. Just let your arms relax down. And we'll do another circle based on this idea of water, the water wheel. So arms are kind of, I like to do this almost like not holding a chi ball, but with a feeling of a connection. Turning to the side, you can either keep it at standing height, carrying the circle over on the inhale. On the exhale, the arms are carried down. If you have the flexibility, you could start all the way down. As the arms float up, we breathe in. As the body turns, the arms float down, we breathe out. Breathe in. Arms still sit right in their nests. They don't reach. The chi is flowing down. Relaxing into that inner quality of flow and ease. Now let's go the other direction. Inhale. You don't have to look up. In fact, this one really doesn't involve looking up. I've seen it taught both ways, but I think it's safest and best to keep the neck kind of neutral. Keep going. It's not forced power. Good. You're working with the wisdom of your body. What it tells you is feeling good and right. Nourishing the kidneys, the door of life, the lower back. And all the way up. And just let the arms relax down. And one of the suggested ways to finish a Shibashi flow, if you're doing this on your own, is with the drawing down of the heavens, which again is balancing yin and yang. The energy of yang, the rising up, balancing the serene sinking down, the transformative energy of the earth, activated by the zinginess of the sun in the sky. The warmth of the sun is what brought chi and life forms to the earth, allowed them to grow. Okay, so that's nice. Another way to work on the quality of ease and flow within the body. I don't think I want to shake after that. That felt so good, didn't it? Let's not shake. Let's just kind of marinate in that chi, and we're going to go into our flows. I'm leaving lots of time for flows today so we can really get into it. So if you need to get a sip of water, go ahead. Now, the very foundational flow for kidneys is, anybody remember? The fountain. The fountain. So for the fountain, here's what the arms do. The backs of the hands face each other. We inhale up to here, the level here, which is the collarbones, right where they meet into the sternum, right? So that's where the upward part of the fountain ends. And then the elbows soften and the arms just circle out and the water circles out and around and down. Now the hips do glide back a little. And that brings us our attention and our chi right into that kidney 1, point of bubbling springs. And we coax that warm healing flow all the way up the kidney meridian to Elegant Mansion, kidney 27. Those acupressure points on either side of your sternum, place for real emotional peace and calm. Okay, hips glide back. Inhale. Exhale. Starting that cyclical movement, right? Pumping the vitality up. The breath, the arms, the imagination flowing, washing away. This is a really interesting exercise to work on, to find more softness in all of the joints. Less effort. Maybe slow it down a little. As we go slow, we go into that much deeper well of power. Right? This is the power of inner peace, tranquility, vitality, youthfulness. Youthfulness coming from this easy flow. Keep going. What's softest in the world rushes and runs over what's hardest in the world. The immaterial enters the impenetrable. Another translation of that is the gentlest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing in the world. That which has no substance, chi, right? That which has no substance enters where there is no space. This shows the value of non-action. So there's some action here, but we want it to be so soft and minimal so that invisible can penetrate deep into our bodies. That nourishing flow. Good. 2 more times. It's an inner journey. Quieting the mind, coming back into the present. Now just hold a chi ball. Breathe, sense the warmth, the aliveness. That's that invisible, but very real energy that we learn to, I say, make friends with. It's like, this isn't some mysterious thing. This is us. It's our life force. and we're playing with it. We're creating more of it, amplifying it through relaxing into it. So just take a moment in your mind's eye to just visualize warm blue flowing water. This next exercise is called the wave. So now we get that energy not just flowing in and through us, but we're all around us. So here's the wave. Remember when we did, just not that long ago, we did rowing the boat to the center of the lake, right? It's kind of like what we do in the wave. We let the hips move forward a little, though. Arms turn out from the shoulder blades. That's the wave coming up and over, and then fingers down. It crests over us and flows back down to the earth. So we ripple up, carrying that warm healing flow up the back, over and down. Finding a way to softly carry this in and through your body without effort. So you feel it's fun. You feel the weight of your arms as your hips go forward, they hang, and then the breath helps lift them and they crest over the top and down. Good. Let me just watch. Knees are bent. Beautiful. Less and less effort. Yeah, smooth, powerful. The soft overcomes the hard. The gentle overcomes the strong. Ah, nourishing that deep energy of the water element. Ah, it's also excellent, good, excellent exercise for the shoulders, but it's not about fitness, it's about chi fitness. And last time, wherever you are, just finish the wave. You could picture it just sinking into the sand beneath your feet, perhaps, and then roll up and come to neutral. Hold the chi ball. Maybe it's blue. And we're going to do one of the classic movements of Qigong and Tai Chi to finish. Classic movement to exemplify this balance of yin and yang called Embrace Tiger, Return to Mountain. Right? So knees are soft. Here we are in our peaceful, authentic selves, our authentic energy. We're fine as we are. First movement, the hands brush away, the hips glide back. They go down, and just like we did in the fountain, we inhale, up, elbows sink. Here we exhale, moving the energy forward. That's the tiger. Then the hands float up, fingertips lead, and we return to the mountain, this peaceful place of our authentic, strong, balanced self. So we exhale, we embrace the dignity, the power, the strength of the tiger, the grace, the courage, but we balance it by returning. Remember, we're always moving from this center. Back of the hands face each other, and it's like you're coaxing that chi right through the meridians, that tiger energy. Exhale. Back. It kind of rounds a little, but not a big deal. Hands softly move forward. And then there's that circle returning to this center. Embracing the strength of the tiger. Moving our strength, our power out into the world from the stability, the peace of the mountain, ourselves, the yin. Exhale, keep going. Relaxing into your own energy field. This movement here, when we circle down, that's sometimes called standing in the earth. It's like you're tracing the edges of the earth with your fingertips. Love that one. Now try going a little slower, almost like the chi field has gotten thicker. Ooh. Breathing it up, sending it through the body and out in the world. Connecting above, all around to the center. What are your tiger qualities? Let's embrace our tiger. It's good to be a tiger. And it's good to be peaceful. Peaceful, returning to the mountain. Let's do 2 more times at your own speed, but as slow as you can go. As effortless as you can be. So you don't want to miss any part of this energy. Every nanosecond is full of life. When you finish your last one, just hold your ball of chi. A peaceful, powerful place within us, connecting us to the gifts of the universe and the earth that we stand on. So let's take this wonderful ball of chi and hold it right in front of our lower dantian. Bring our legs together, and we'll finish with centering. Gathering in, what qualities would you like more of for yourself? Maybe that quality of softness, of, to me, it's an inner confidence. Things are okay. I don't have to keep trying so hard. That's the power of the water. Peaceful, flowing, but extremely powerful. Guiding it through the mind, bringing clarity, bringing peace, spaciousness to the heart, bringing vitality to the body. Clear mind, joyful, compassionate heart, vivacious, healthy, strong body. Now, seal it in, palm over your lower dantian. Let's really seal it in because you did a great job today. So let's massage up the right side, across, down the left side. It's just like tightening the top of the bottle. We seal the energy into our energy reservoir. The battery is right there. We really charged up our chi batteries for this cold day. And just pause, relax, and sway like a bamboo tree in the wind. Finding the minimal movement that, without you controlling it, just travels and ripples through your body. Feeling your toes against the earth like we did earlier in class. Feeling the breath. Visualizing that wonderful hydrating flow all the way deep in the joints, right? The water energy, the kidneys, they control the health of the joints of the body, especially the knees and the hips and the lower back. So feel the kind of juiciness of the synovial fluid in all those joints. Like a well-watered plant can grow up toward the sun. Absorbing all that energy, like every cell lit up and glowing. Then deepen the breathing, open the eyes, rub the hands together. I just remembered one I also love. We've done this. It's called raindrops. Speaking of water, it's a nice way to wake up your brain. Just light little raindrops tapping all across. Breathing. It's actually for the gallbladder meridian, but works for me. Calling it raindrops, feeling like little droplets of wisdom and peace. Right? Tension really interferes with clear thinking. So this is, then you could do 10 tigers running through the forest. I swear that's the name of this exercise. These are your 10 tigers. Forest is your hair. Run your 10 tigers through your forest. I haven't taught that in a long time. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for practicing with me. All right, back to our bows of appreciation and gratitude. Gratitude for this incredibly beautiful poetic practice and all the writings that have supported it through the centuries, full of wisdom. And a little bow, the inner smile to yourself for taking care of yourself and your inherited chi in a very smart way to help us in this current time, staying flowing and strong and peaceful like water. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful work.